Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about Andrew Berry and making this move, potentially trying to get Deshaun Watson.
I want to shed some light on the events that have been taking place lately. And I wanted to say, I really want to commend Andrew Berry for, laying it all on the line. I don't know that we've had an executive in the office that's been so willing to make high-risk moves and potentially gamble the future of the organization, on something that we're not certain will even work out. But that being said, that has to happen here. That's not something we've seen the likes of, and we need to see things different. So as far as Andrew Berry's concerned, whether he stays or goes, whether this works out or not, at this point right now, I'm saying thank you. Thank you for being committed. Thank you for showing us that you care, and thank you for being a part of something that's committed to winning. So regardless of how this all turns out, it's refreshing. It's nice to see. People can say whatever they want about Cleveland. At least we're trying. And look, they have been rebuilding this team since they got here. It's just been slow and it's just been quiet. And that's it. It's not a bad thing. They won 20 games across 2 seasons. They've been to the playoffs. They won a playoff game, and things are changing.
And G. Bush, it certainly is a move that you make when you're going for it.
Yeah, I totally agree with the voicemail. For me, for so many years, it's been a contentious point with me, and I've been conflicted because the Browns, at the end of the day, are my favorite team. I don't root for any other teams. I root for the Browns, I root for the Cavs, I root for the Guardians, and I root for my Ohio University Bobcats. That's who I root for, right? And so when I'm looking at these teams, I've been so disappointed over the years when other teams would make moves, and I was like, why are we not in the mix for that? Why are we not a team that is able to be mentioned as a team in the mix for a certain quarterback, a certain receiver, or being able to be aggressive? And I've always had an issue with that. And Barry, I think, understands one thing. And he was part of the 1-31 regime. And he understands one thing, that you don't get nowadays 5 years to build what you're trying to do. This is a 3-year type deal. You don't get all this time and leeway to look at picks and get people and accumulate assets and talent and stuff like that. You got to win quickly. And I think he saw something. I think, once again, you go back to it. I think it woke everybody up when you started to see the Cincinnati Bengals with no offensive line. Running game is pretty good, but drafted a young receiver, Joe Burrow, in the second year and went to the Super Bowl. There was a lot of people who rooted for the Bengals. When you polled people, and I polled people on my show, everybody was rooting for the Bengals, right? They were a likable team. And I think they saw that in the front office, like, hey man, we got to stay competitive because we got another team in Ohio that got a franchise guy. We got other teams that's competitive with young quarterbacks, Herbert and Burrow, and you got guys and now you even got Russell Wilson that's in the division. We need to stay aggressive. We need to be doing what we need to do to keep our momentum rolling. And the Browns, believe it or not, are a destination. But, guys like Von Miller, even though OBJ told him not to come, looks like they may be back in the mix for him. Who knows, right? So it's not a bad place, And I think that Barry keeps showing that he's willing to do things, especially going out and get Amari Cooper and saying, okay, well, if free agents don't want to come, let me get Amari Cooper over here for a 5th rounder. I'll take that too.